something that happened 2 years ago. There is this particular family friend. I call her a family friend because I got to know her through a family member, and we started hanging out more because yeah. Anyways, I got a call from her 2 years ago, and she was like, I should come outside and say hi to her friend, which is a guy. Now that family friend is a girl. I already said I got to know her through a family member, so it's a girl. And she asked me to come outside to say hi to her male friend in his car. So I came out, I got into the car, and of course, sitting at the back because they were both in front. I said hi to the guy, and she was like very happy to see me, and we just talked. We're just having conversation. Me, her, the guy, we were having conversation. We're smoking 420, that's herbs. And along the line, she was very happy. So she had like this very cheerful face, like, and then we're still talking and talking, and she asked me, "What's up? Why haven't I seen you for a while?" Because we stay almost very close to each other. So she was like, "Why haven't I seen you for a while? What have you been up to? What have you been doing?" Sorry for the noise. My sisters are trying to cut. So she was asking me, why haven't I seen you in a while? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? And I was like, yeah, I've just been chilled, just relaxed at home, sleeping because I've been dizzy, I got my period. So as soon as she asked me the question, I shifted my focus on her. I stopped staring at the both of them, like doing like this. I was not trying to reply her alone, looking at her. And I was just trying to, talk about what I've been doing because she asked and she wanted to know what I've been doing, why she has not seen me. So I was like, okay, yeah, I've been chilled, dizzy, I got my period. And you know what my period now, was, I've been dizzy, sleeping, tired, And her face went from like cheerful to like this tint of disgust. Like I got this expression went from like to like she was giving me this like, and as she was doing it, she was not doing like trying to give me this signal that I'm not supposed to be talking about my period because the guy was in the car, which I did not get. I just kept replying her, talking. Even as her facial expression changed, I did not stop talking about what I was talking about because I've gotten used to not paying to like I pay attention to people's expression, their like whatever is happening to them, but I don't always let it affect me, because yeah, I just keep when I'm done, then later I'll ask you what's up, what was that about? That's what I do. So yeah, when she was doing that and she was like, I just kept talking. I was like, my period, and I talked about everything that I was experiencing in my period. And then when she kept doing like this, I shifted my focus to the guy immediately, small, just to look at what he's doing, if he's paying attention to my answer, like my reply. And I looked at him, he wasn't really paying attention, but he was like, just doing whatever he was doing, but I think he was listening. But then I moved my attention to her and she switched the topic and we started talking about something else. Later on, when I saw her, I was like, what's up? In fact, I didn't say what's up. She started telling me that, like, there are some certain things I do sometimes and she's like surprised. What was I talking about my period like that? And I started straightening her up like, you asked me something, I did try to reply you. I don't want to talk about my period. That's why I asked her, like, am I not supposed to talk about my period? What was I supposed to say? Like, you asked me what I was going through, like, why haven't you seen me? And I was telling you why you haven't seen me. And this is not how I used to be. Okay, so in my ward where I grew up from, women have been programmed or brainwashed to not be comfortable to express themselves, especially when it comes to things like that, like their period or something happening with their body. They shouldn't talk about it because I don't know if it's a taboo or I don't know, it will not be acceptable by me, I don't know, but that's how we've been brainwashed. Now, why I said in my ward is that this might not be happening in your ward. I know there are so many words existing right now, like there are so many dimension reality existing right now in this particular timeline. So in my word, women are not allowed to really express themselves. And that's the word I came from. But then along the line, I stopped, not stopped, I started deconstructing my word, trying to mentally change my own state of being, where I don't accept these rules. I came into the world and this is what it is, but I don't accept it. So the more I hear something that I'm not meant to be doing, the more I want to do it. So I started disconstructing my word. And when it comes to things like that, me talking about my period, I can do that anywhere, any place, and anybody around. Like I can practically talk about what, if it's what you ask me, I will say it. Okay, I don't fucking care who you are. I do not care who you are, where we at. I'm gonna talk, okay? But anyways, I was trying to tell you that in my world, that's not like we were brainwashed not to really be comfortable to express ourselves. Now there are rules that have been placed by society on women where women are not comfortable to do so many things. Now for me, this deconstructing my word is me trying to create more space or more, healthy environments where I am freely able to like express myself. Now, back to that 2 years ago, when she did that, if I was the person before that 2 years ago, I would have felt like ashamed and felt embarrassed and felt like, oh my God, I did something wrong. But then because I have been trying to deconstruct my word, change my mindset or my mental state of being, that's 2 years when she did that, I felt disgusted. Yeah, like I not just disgusted, I felt not just disgusted, pity. And I felt like, okay, this particular person is always coming off and showing off as if she's somebody that is bold and confident, as if she's somebody that, that is, how would I put it? Just a strong feminine, as if she's somebody that knows exactly what she's doing, but she's still living in the illusion of, what the society have been telling her to live in. So as soon as she did that, I felt those so many emotions towards her. So I was like, why would you say that? You know, at this age, because we're not young. I'm not 20. I am 30. You're not going to be telling a 30 years old woman that she does not know what she's doing or what she's saying. So like I just instantly had these emotions where I started pitying for her. At the same time, I felt disgusted. And at the same time, I felt like disappointed because, oh, I used to think that you are it. Like I used to think that, you were opinionated. You were somebody that could, hold your ground. And I used to put her in like high. But when she did that, I just felt disappointed. Like, oh my fucking God, this one is still under the illusion of, rules and regulations and everything that she has been told to live under. Like she's still following. She's a sheep. And yeah, why I started with that particular story is that I want a lot of other women watching this video to please create a world where your daughters, that's if you're going to give birth, your daughters are able to live their life not as second-hand citizen, but as a first-hand citizen. I want the women watching this video to start creating a world where your daughter don't come into this world and feel like she has to submit to things that do not make sense to her. Our parents didn't do that for us, the millennials, and that is why we came into the world. And it's growing up for me, my own particular world, growing up, there were so many limitations placed on me that as soon as I grew up and I became an adult, I couldn't shake these limitations away because that has been used to already program me. So many things I was not meant to do because I'm a girl. So many things I'm not meant to say because I'm a girl. So many ways I'm not meant to act because I'm a girl. And this limitation created a mindset where as I grew up into becoming an adult, I just felt like there are so many things that I cannot do because I'm a lady. And, because I'm a lady, I'm not going to be taken seriously. Because I'm a lady, nobody's going to this thing. And all these things do not exist. They are actually all illusions. They are all illusions. Nobody is stopping you from actually having your full experience here on earth, be it a girl, a guy, whatever you are. Nothing is stopping you from actually having like a full experience here on earth. Nothing. Okay, so you see the illusion where women have been programmed or brainwashed to now feel like, okay, I shouldn't be talking about my period in the presence of a man because that's not acceptable to him. Like he doesn't want to hear about my period because it's this blood that comes out 3 times in a month, 4 times, smelly, nah, he doesn't want to hear about it. That's going to make him see me some kind of way. This that particular illusion, nobody's stopping you from actually expressing yourself because let me tell you something, you're not the first woman that will see your period and you're not the last. This is something that, in fact, it's like a blessing and not a curse. And for the people that are experiencing, because I mentioned something about smelling. Now, if you're experiencing your blood flow and it is smelling, there's a reason why you're not eating healthy. Okay, we're going to get into that, but it means you're not eating healthy. As soon as I change my diet, I don't even like when my period comes out, it comes out like a normal blood. Like it just comes out like a normal blood with little or no smell. Like when I say little or no smell, you just know that okay, there's blood flowing in me. Not nobody will even know, only me knows. So when you get your blood flow in your time and it smells some kind of way, it means you're not eating healthy. But we're going to talk about that. But yeah, you shouldn't come into a world and feel like anything is stopping you from fully experiencing life. They say you're not meant to sit a certain kind of way. That's a lie. They say you're not supposed to do some certain kind of a job. That's a lie. That's the freaking lie. Now, there are no limitations to what you can do. There are no limitations to what a man can do. There are no limitations to what we all can do as people because we have the same amount of God in us. So I want women to start realizing that we're not second-hand citizen or we're not second to anybody. We're actually here to also experience life just fully the same way a man is here to experience their life. So things like minding what you say in the presence of a man or minding how you act in the presence of a man doesn't exist. Those things are illusion. You should not mind how you act in the presence of people because that is now you wearing a mask. That is now you being a pretender, right? You should always be your full self, your authentic self, in the presence of whosoever. You should always 100 be yourself because only only that particular way is how you were meant to like experience life. You were not meant to experience life wearing a mask. Wearing a mask is you watching what you say, watching how you act, acting. In fact, I already said it. So we shouldn't be living in a world where you still have that particular mentality or mindset because, again, it's just a mentality and a mindset. It is not really what is happening in the reality that we live in. It is not really it's something that has been created that needs to be deconstructed. And talking about this same thing, the period, another thing again I want to talk about concerning the period is, because this particular video is actually meant to talk about period. Now, talking about the period, apart from how women have been made to feel, when it comes to their period, most women feel like I don't know, so many people have different meanings to how they see period, but mostly most women have been made to understand or brainwashed to understand, especially our parents, the millennials, our parents, and their parents before them. You get the gist. We'll be meant to, when it comes to our period, we'll be meant to see it in either one sacred, yes, people see it as sacred. So most times when women are having their period, most women are being separated from their husbands. That's what some people do. People actually act like that. Most times when women are on their period, they don't even cook for their husbands, or they don't cook for a man, or they don't, they're not meant to go into some worship, like a place of worship. They're not meant to enter a place of worship. Now, some religion practice that. I know Christianity do not do that, but there are some religion that practice that where during their period, women are not allowed to go to some certain places because they see it as something that is sacred. And some people are being meant to see the period as something that is disgusting. That most women have that particular relationship with their period. They see it as something that is disgusting. For me, I feel like mostly because of what they eat now. People don't know that what they eat is what comes out of their body. Like whatever you eat is how it comes out of your body. So if you're having all this body odor, mouth odor, those things, or those anything is smelling, it means that's what you're putting in is not right. Okay, so that you should go watch that. But then most women have been made to see their period as something that is not, and now they do not talk about it, or they dare not bring it up when there's the other gender. And you see when other women are out, especially people that see it as something like disgusting, like you see when other women are out and maybe probably this one got stained, you see their fellow women, just not laughing. I've seen people laugh. I've been there. That's the kind of what I came from. I've been there where I see that, but I was young then. People laugh at somebody that got stained. But then the one I'm trying to talk about is, you see other women will like, like, their face changes, and they're like, that disgust, like, she should cover it up, and she doesn't know. No. And I've also seen where other women rush to go help the lady cover, like they see somebody that is stained, they quickly hurry and go help cover her. I've seen that. I've also been there to see that, and that to me is something I accept. Like in my own world, that's something I really accept. Like, period is not something that anybody should feel embarrassed about. Period is not something that anybody should feel some kind of shame about. There shouldn't be shame around something that helps you give birth to life, like help you bring life to this world. Because if you don't see your period, they practically call you a man, right? Now, it means that if you're a man, it means that you cannot be what? Productive, like you cannot produce. In the aspect where you're meant to be excelling, you cannot excel. So you see, the period is something that helps you, bring life into this world. So there shouldn't be shame around the period. There shouldn't be any kind of thing when it comes to the period. No feeling embarrassed, no feeling there shouldn't be. In fact, during a period, a woman is meant to be worshipped. So I agree with the people that see it as something that is sacred, but it's just what it is. But yeah, there shouldn't be any kind of thing around your period. Women should have like this particular, you see, the relationship that you want with your either the opposite sex or a partner. That is the kind of relationship you should have with your period. Like when it comes that few days that you're having it, you should take care of yourself, eat well, sleep well, really relax. Because you see, that few days you need all the energies that you can get. You need, because so many other things are happening to you mentally, emotionally, every otherly. Something is happening inside, something that you cannot control. So you should actually really pamper yourself during that period. You should, rest. You should give yourself, whatever it is that you feel like you've not been giving yourself, like you deserve, to pamper. That period that's what you should be giving yourself. That treatment. And nobody should ever feel ashamed for getting their period outside. Like you got stained, it shouldn't be something that you should be hiding or feeling some kind of way about. You shouldn't have that particular emotion. You got stained, you're wearing a white skirt and you got stained. Still walk raising your shoulder and lifting your heads high, like, how do they say it? Carrying your heads high or raising your head high. You shouldn't feel any kind of way or feel embarrassed or feel ashamed, or just you should still walk up, walk the way you walk on a day that you've not gotten your period. In fact, walk like a queen. If you've not been walking like a queen ever, that day should be the day you walk like a queen. And if you are my fellow lady, woman, girl, do not make another woman feel some certain kind of way about their period. Do not in any way shame a woman, or give her that particular face. Now, why I started with the story again is the fact that, like, why we were three there, two gender, just one. Why should I limit myself from what I'm talking about when there is a man in the room? Like, why should a girl have that particular mentality? This is something that other girls are doing to their fellow girls. This is something that other women are doing to their fellow women, making them feel certain kind of way. In fact, that's not the only thing that women are doing to women do to their fellow women. So many things. You cannot be able to give birth to your fellow woman will shame you. Your fellow woman will be the one that will shame you more. You cannot cook, your fellow woman will be the one that shame you more. You cannot do your fellow woman. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Now, we have come into a world where we have been made to already feel like the second citizen, like the second because they always say the man's word. And now other women are also making other women feel like they are third citizen, fourth citizen, still making, why are we doing this to ourselves? Like, why? Practically making where have been created, like this particular space that have been created for us to feel some certain kind of way, you're not making your fellow woman feel more certain kind of way. That's not nice. We shouldn't do that to ourselves, okay? And again, it is all an illusion. You can choose to step out of that box. It's a box, okay? It's a fucking box. If you are seeing this video, it means that you are in the box with me or you're leaving the box. Now, in case you don't know, you can actually leave the box where all the rules and regulation that has been set, and not just for women, for anybody, like for human being, and they say, do not do this. Ask yourself why, okay? Always try to ask why, especially if something that you want to do. Ask yourself, why can't I do this? They say I cannot be a carpenter. Why? I want to be a carpenter. Why can't I do it? They say I cannot be a president. Why? Because no African woman has ever been. Now I want to. That's what I want. Like, there shouldn't be any limitation to what you can do. So we can actually step out of the box. All those things are boxes. Now, there are boxes that have been made with words, okay? It doesn't actually really exist. You cannot see the box where, all of us are just in. Now, it's something that has been mentally created. So if you want to step out of it, you just need to change your mindset, okay? You just need to change your mindset. And to end this video, let's talk now on, some of the things that you should be doing on your period. Okay, so in case you do not know, if you were someone like me that I just started having my period without really knowing what it is. I was only told that my period was a means for me to get pregnant. That's the only thing, the only gist my mom gave me. Like, if you allow anyone touch you now, you will carry belly. I've made a video where I talked about this. Like, the first time I made a video on my channel talking about period, I talked about this. I talked about how I only got the gist that, nobody told me exactly what's happening to me. So I didn't know much. And I started doing more research as soon as I got to like 25, 26. As soon as I started maturing, I think my frontal lobe got developed that period. I don't know. But I started I started working towards knowing things by myself so I could really know what I was experiencing. That's when I started understanding what was actually happening when it comes to the period. Now, as a girl, as a lady, you should know that on your period, there are so many things happening in your body that you have no control over. Okay, so you're going to be emotionally unstable, and that might affect your mental state, which is like your physical state. Whatever is affecting your mental state is going to be affecting your physical state, of course, because whatever it is that you're perceiving is what you're projecting. So once your emotion is affected, your mental state is affected, and your physical state is affected. Now, what you should be doing during your period, because of these things that are happening, I'm going to be advising you that some of the things you should be doing is eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, for energy. Because, honey, you need it, okay? You need it. You need energy. You need that particular energy. So you should be first eating a whole lot of fruits. Now, I should have said water. Water is like this, like it's meant to be the first thing, but for me now, I feel taking a lot of fruits every morning and then backing it up with like a whole lot of water, warm water goes. So my first step is like my first go-to now, especially when the first day I'm getting my period, is eating a whole lot of fruits because you need energy. Drinking a whole lot of water. Now, drinking a whole lot of water is going to help reduce the pain, okay? The pain. There are some big clots of blood trying to come out of you. Now, drinking a whole lot of water is going to really help with that. So fruit first, make sure you're hydrating. And if you can, my baby girl, rest. If you can rest, sleep, be lazy, please do that. I don't know about every other person, but I know that during my period, there are some certain things I cannot do. I cannot use my brain properly because of my mental state is actually really affected. Like, I cannot really use my brain. So when I get my period, because of I work from home, I work for myself, I always make sure that the first day I do not do anything. I don't sew, I don't try to edit, I don't try to do anything that has to do with my work. I just relax, probably watch movies, sleep a lot. Okay, sleep a lot. That's my next go-to after the rest. Sleep a lot. Okay, so you should be doing these things if you know you can get access to free time to like rest, relax, sit for the longest time. Please do that. Okay, and also exercising. If you can, exercise before the period or exercise after the period, but if you can, please, exercising is actually good. Exercising your body, taking walks, doing some little exercise at home, just to sweat. Please do that during your period. These are some of the things you should be doing, okay? Please do that on your period. If you can exercise, if you can sweat a little bit, please sweat, okay? Sweat it. Sweat it out. If you haven't been doing any of these things, I will advise you to start doing it. Okay, start doing it. And in case you've been having problem with your period and it smells, because I said I was going to talk about it later, try to change what you eat. Okay, what you eat is actually what comes out of your body. You see your sweat, your pee, your blood, that's your period. These things are product of, because they are waste products. Okay, they are product of the things that you ingest. So if you have problem with something that smells really awful in your body, I will advise you to watch what you eat. Okay, from watching what you eat, you're going to realize that so many things are going to change in your body. I've been doing it. I have been doing it. I remember when I was a teenager, like I said, I didn't know much. So when I was a teenager and I got into like my 20s, I wasn't really taking care of myself. So I was just eating anyhow. I remember that there are some certain period, especially when I was sexually active, there was a certain period I would get my period. I was like, you get it smells, yes. And I'll be wondering what is wrong because maybe the last month it didn't smell, and I'll be wondering what is wrong. Until I started watching what I eat, I didn't start noticing, the changes. Like I didn't start noticing because once you start eating clean or once you start at least watching everything you eat, the end of the month, whatever is coming out of your body, you will know how it smells, even your shit. Trust me, even down to your shit. So I just started subconsciously eating healthy because of I was trying to change my skin, I was trying to heal it from inside, and every other thing started changing. So yeah, I didn't start noticing until a while. I was like, no more. And years have gone by, no more smelly period, no more smelling anything, even your mess self, even your fat comes out and it's like, because what you ate that month. So when your fat is coming out, it's coming like, what's up? Apple here, avocado, spinach. Okay, I don't know if you get, you know, pineapple here. I don't know if you get. So watching what you eat really, really, really goes a long way when it comes out to your excess, what do they call it? Excess waste product. No, not excess waste product. When it comes to your waste product, which one is excess waste product? When it comes to your waste product, what you eat really matters. Okay, so if you have your smelly period, if you still have smelly period, watch what you eat. And also who you fuck. Okay, that also really matters. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk about my period. I just wanted to talk about period because I'm going through that right now. I'm experiencing it. And I was like, okay, it's been 1 year. I made a video talking about periods. So let me come on here and talk, okay? Talk and let people understand that women need to be treated better. We need to be treated better, okay? We need to be, I don't need you to treat me better because I'm going to make sure I treat myself better. But I'm just saying for those that don't know that they need to be treated better, if you're a man watching this, go treat them better so that they know. And for the women that don't know that they need to be treated better, know that now, okay? And that's it, okay? That's it. So I'm actually going to upload this video right now. So thank you for watching. If you're watching it today on the 20, I want to say 27, on the 27th or August, thank you for watching. And don't forget to like. Yeah, bye.